Very urgent. Your soulmate is about to say goodbye forever. Please don't ignore this. My beloved child. Before you decide to scroll away, listen with every part of your heart, because what is happening right now cannot be undone if it is ignored. Your soulmate has reached a moment where silence feels easier than hope. They have stood at the edge of one final decision, telling themselves that walking away forever may be the only way to stop hurting. They never wanted this ending, yet every unanswered feeling, every missed opportunity, and every hidden emotion has slowly pushed them toward a goodbye they never imagined saying. Don't skip, because every passing second reveals another piece of a truth that has remained hidden until this very moment. Stay till the end, because something huge is waiting for you. Earlier today, something completely unexpected happened. They found an old reminder connected to you, something so small that another person would have ignored it without thinking twice. But for them, it stopped time. Every memory they tried to bury returned all at once. Every promise they once whispered inside their own heart became impossible to forget. They closed their eyes and asked themselves one painful question: how much longer can I keep waiting before I finally let go forever? That question has echoed inside them ever since. What makes this even more shocking is that someone close to them noticed the change immediately. They asked why they suddenly looked so distant, but your soulmate simply smiled and changed the subject. They refused to admit that your name was the only reason their heart had become so heavy. The goodbye they are preparing is not filled with anger. It is filled with exhaustion. That makes this moment far more dangerous than anyone realizes. A strange shift is unfolding behind the scenes, and almost nobody can see it except the one carrying the weight inside their heart. Your soulmate has spent countless nights replaying every conversation, every glance, every missed chance they shared with you. They keep wondering whether they misunderstood every sign or whether fear stole the future that was supposed to belong to both of you. Don't skip, because what happens next changes everything you thought you knew. Stay till the end, because something huge is waiting for you. The unbelievable part is that they almost erased every reminder of you today. They held memories in their hands, looked at them for a long time, and whispered that maybe this was finally the day to move forward without looking back. But just before they could let everything disappear, something interrupted them. A sudden feeling stopped them completely. They could not explain it. They simply felt as though someone invisible was telling them to wait a little longer. That single moment confused them more than ever before. They walked away without finishing what they had started, yet the thought of saying goodbye still remains inside them. Even now, they are convincing themselves that one final sign could change everything, but if that sign never appears, they believe this chapter will close forever. The shocking truth is that they are closer to giving up than they have ever been before, even though a part of their heart continues hoping for a miracle they cannot see. There is one final truth you have not heard yet, and it explains why this message arrived exactly when it did. Your soulmate has never stopped caring about you, not even for a single day. The distance, the silence, and the unanswered questions were never proof that their feelings disappeared. They were proof that they became afraid of carrying hope without knowing whether it would ever lead anywhere. Don't skip, because the next revelation is one that almost nobody ever gets the chance to hear. Stay till the end, because something huge is waiting for you. Tonight, while everyone around them believes life is moving forward as normal, your soulmate is quietly deciding whether this will be the last time they allow themselves to think about you in the same way. They are standing between hope and goodbye, and the choice has never felt heavier. The most surprising part is that they still believe deep inside that something unexpected could happen before that final decision is made. They cannot explain why they still feel connected to you despite everything that has happened. That invisible connection refuses to break, no matter how many times they try to convince themselves it is over. But time is moving faster than either of you realizes. The window that has remained open for so long is beginning to close, and once it does, nothing will ever feel the same again. Yet before that door shuts completely, one unbelievable event is already beginning to unfold in secret, and when it finally comes into the light, it will leave both you and your soulmate questioning whether goodbye was ever truly possible. A quiet battle is taking place at this very moment, and your soulmate is standing in the middle of it without anyone realizing what they are carrying. They smiled today. They spoke normally. They answered questions as if nothing had changed. But behind that calm expression, their heart kept returning to you again and again. They told themselves this would be the last day they allowed their thoughts to wander in your direction. They even made a promise that once this day ended, they would finally close the door forever. Don't skip, because everything is changing faster than they expected. Stay till the end, because something huge is waiting for you. Just when they believed they had finally gathered enough strength to let go, something impossible happened. They heard words that reminded them of a conversation only the two of you could understand. No one else noticed its meaning, but to them it felt like the universe had interrupted their decision. Their heartbeat changed instantly. Every wall they had built around their emotions began to crack. They stood frozen, wondering why every attempt to forget you somehow led them back to you. The goodbye they had prepared suddenly became much harder to say, and for the first time in a long while, doubt replaced certainty. What happened next shocked even them. Instead of walking away, they found themselves searching for every small memory they thought they had already left behind. They remembered the little details that most people forget, the sound of your laughter, a simple sentence you once said, the moment they realized your presence had quietly changed something inside them forever. Don't skip, because the biggest revelation has not happened yet. Stay till the end, because something huge is waiting for you. They almost reached out. Their fingers paused over a message they never sent. They typed a few words, stared at them for several minutes, and then erased everything before anyone could ever see it. Fear whispered that reaching out might only bring disappointment. But hope refused to disappear completely. That battle between fear and hope has become stronger than ever. Every hour that passes makes their decision more difficult. They are no longer asking whether they care about you. They already know the answer. The question that now keeps them awake is whether you still feel anything at all. That single unanswered question is the only thing standing between one final goodbye and one final chance. Now another unexpected twist is beginning to unfold. Someone close to your soulmate has started noticing that they are not truly moving on, no matter how hard they pretend. Without knowing the full story, that person quietly encouraged them not to make any permanent decision while their heart was still full of unanswered feelings. Those simple words stayed with them long after the conversation ended. Don't skip, because this is where everything begins to shift. Stay till the end, because something huge is waiting for you. Your soulmate is starting to wonder if saying goodbye forever would become the greatest mistake of their life. They never expected uncertainty to return after convincing themselves it was over, yet it has returned stronger than ever. Tonight, while everyone else believes nothing unusual is happening, they are facing the most emotional crossroads of their entire journey. One path leads to silence that could last forever. The other leads toward a truth they have been afraid to face for far too long. And before the night is over, one unexpected sign is about to appear. One that could completely change the decision they thought had already been made. Everything you have heard until now was only the beginning, because the moment your soulmate thought they had finally made peace with walking away, something happened that they could never have predicted. It started with an ordinary moment that seemed completely unimportant. They were going about their day, trying to keep their mind busy, convincing themselves that thinking about you was only making everything harder. But without warning, your name appeared where they least expected it. For a few seconds, the entire world around them seemed to disappear. They stopped speaking. They stopped moving. Their heart began racing as memories they had fought so hard to bury returned all at once. Don't skip, because the next few moments reveal the truth they have hidden from everyone. Stay till the end, because something huge is waiting for you. They suddenly realized that no matter how many times they tried to say goodbye inside their own mind, their heart had never accepted that decision. The words, "it's over," sounded convincing when spoken aloud, but deep inside, they never believed them. That realization frightened them more than anything else, because it meant the feelings they had been trying to escape were still alive. As the day continued, the signs became impossible to ignore. Everywhere they looked, something reminded them of you. A familiar place. A familiar song. A familiar expression on a stranger's face. None of these moments should have mattered, yet together they created something impossible to explain. Your soulmate began asking themselves whether all of this was simply coincidence or whether they had been trying to run away from something that was never meant to be left behind. Don't skip, because what they discovered next changed everything. Stay till the end, because something huge is waiting for you. They admitted something they had never spoken aloud before. They were never afraid of loving you. They were afraid of loving you without knowing if there would ever be a future together. That fear slowly became silence. The silence slowly became distance. And that distance almost became a permanent goodbye. But now that silence is beginning to break from the inside. Every hour that passes makes it harder for them to keep pretending they no longer care. The truth has become too heavy to hide, and even they know they cannot carry it forever. Tonight will not be like the nights before. Your soulmate is standing on the edge of a decision that could change both of your lives forever. They believe they have one final chance to choose between protecting their heart or listening to it. Don't skip, because the most shocking revelation is still waiting. Stay till the end, because something huge is waiting for you. There is one detail they have never shared with anyone. Before deciding to say goodbye forever, they secretly made themselves a promise. If one undeniable sign appeared before everything ended, they would not walk away without fighting one last time. They never expected that sign to begin appearing so soon. Even now, they can feel that something unusual is drawing them back toward the future they thought they had already lost. The goodbye they planned is no longer certain. The silence they accepted is beginning to crack. And the next moment that is about to unfold will force them to make the choice they have avoided for far too long, a choice that neither of you will ever be able to forget once it finally happens. A decision that seemed impossible only hours ago is now closer than ever. Your soulmate can no longer pretend that their heart is unaffected. Every attempt to move forward has only brought them back to the same unanswered feelings. They looked at the future they had planned without you, but something about it felt empty. It was missing the one person they never truly stopped imagining beside them. Don't skip, because the next revelation changes everything. Stay till the end, because something huge is waiting for you. Earlier tonight, they stood alone and whispered something they never thought they would admit. They said that if they walked away now, they might spend the rest of their life wondering what could have happened if they had found the courage to stay. That single thought refused to leave their mind. The goodbye they believed was certain is beginning to lose its power, and hope is quietly returning where they thought nothing could ever grow again. The most surprising part is that your soulmate has started noticing details they ignored before. They remembered every moment when you showed kindness without expecting anything in return. They remembered the conversations that ended too soon, the smiles that stayed in their memory longer than they expected, and the feeling of peace they only experienced when they thought about you. Don't skip, because this is where the hidden truth begins to reveal itself. Stay till the end, because something huge is waiting for you. They finally understand that they were never trying to escape you. They were trying to escape the fear of being disappointed. But fear has become heavier than love itself, and carrying it has exhausted them. For the first time in a long while, they are asking themselves whether protecting their heart has cost them the very happiness they have been searching for all along. That question has shaken everything they believed about saying goodbye forever. Now the final hours before their decision feel completely different. Your soulmate senses that something unexpected is approaching, even though they cannot explain why. They keep feeling that one last moment is still waiting, one that could completely rewrite the ending they had already accepted. Don't skip, because the biggest turning point has not happened yet. Stay till the end, because something huge is waiting for you. They have not spoken these words to anyone, but deep inside they have delayed their goodbye one more time. They are waiting for a final sign, one final reason not to close the door forever. What they do not realize is that events already unfolding behind the scenes are leading both of you toward a moment neither of you expected. The silence is reaching its limit. The distance is losing its strength. And before this story reaches its end, one astonishing truth will come to light. A truth that could transform what was meant to be a permanent goodbye into the beginning of something neither of you thought was still possible. The moment your soulmate feared for so long is finally standing in front of them. They have reached the place where every excuse has run out, every distraction has failed, and every attempt to silence their heart has come to an end. Tonight feels different. They cannot explain why, but they know something is shifting. The goodbye they planned no longer feels certain. Instead, an unexpected sense of anticipation has taken its place. Don't skip, because what happens now is something they never believed was possible. Stay till the end, because something huge is waiting for you. As they looked back on everything that happened between you, they suddenly realized that every painful moment had one thing in common: it never erased what they truly felt. Time changed many things, but it never changed the place you still hold inside their heart. That realization caught them completely by surprise. They had convinced themselves they were ready to let go forever, yet the truth had been quietly waiting beneath the surface all along. Then something happened that completely changed the direction of their thoughts. A conversation they never expected to have made them stop questioning their feelings and start questioning their fears instead. Someone told them that the greatest regrets are not created by trying and failing, they are created by never trying at all. Those words stayed with them long after the conversation ended. Don't skip, because the next revelation is the one they have been avoiding. Stay till the end, because something huge is waiting for you. For the first time, they imagined what life would look like if they never gave themselves one final chance. That picture filled them with more sadness than the possibility of rejection ever could. Suddenly, saying goodbye forever no longer felt like the safer choice. It felt like the decision they might regret for the rest of their life. Every wall around their heart is beginning to crumble, and every step they take is bringing them closer to a truth they can no longer deny. Now everything is leading toward a single unforgettable moment. Your soulmate is no longer asking whether they should forget you. They are asking whether they still have enough time to change the ending before it is too late. Don't skip, because the biggest truth has been saved until now. Stay till the end, because something huge is waiting for you. Deep inside, they have already delayed their final goodbye once again. They are waiting for one last opportunity, one last unexpected sign that the story between you is not over. They have no idea that the answer they have been hoping for is already beginning to move toward them in ways they cannot yet see. The silence that once separated you is becoming weaker with every passing moment. The ending they accepted is slowly transforming into a new beginning. And the next step your soulmate is about to take will reveal a secret they have protected for far too long, a secret powerful enough to change everything you thought this goodbye was meant to become.